So the very first step that we're doing is browning the hamburger meat, the ground beef. And what you want to do is just make sure that's really ground up. I'm going to pour some garlic in here. So I like to put my spices in early. Some people like to wait for the little seasoning later, but here's a little piece of the garlic. My garlic I'm going to slice up. I'm going to slice this garlic up. It's not going to be too good, but we chopped up a little bit. I also got garlic powder, and one thing my mom used to do, she used to do one thing is she used to get the, I'm going to cover up the brown of the soy sauce. Put the soy sauce in early into the ground beef mixture for the lumpias. And once again, if you don't know, this is our episode 188, 189, I think 188 of City Lumpia. So let me put this camera down. You guys can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm getting the garlic. I'm going to chop it up right now. Continue chopping up. I like to do it fine, but not too fine. I also want to put some onions in there too. Every once in a while, you want to make sure the hamburger meat is really ground up and cooked. You can, I mean, since it's going to be fried, you know, I don't like chancing anything like that. I like to have it well done as far as the ground beef, not burnt to crisp, but making sure that all this garlic is chopped up. Be a heck of garlic in there. Dang, there's a heck of garlic. But we got a lot of ground beef, so we're gonna have a lot of lumpia. So it's gonna work out. Take the little leaves, not the leaves, the covering off of the garlics. So add this garlic to the mix. Let me have some more of the garlics. I was actually thinking one time doing a You Now video, a live stream of me cooking lumpia. We go out and get some onions. So we got some onions the other day. You use different types of onions. I like to use. Where's the onions at? I have some onions in here. Oh, where are my onions at? I'm gonna find those suckers. Where's the onions? Well, maybe they don't have onions. That's a predicament. Well, guess no onions in this one. The thing about this cooking right here, I'm gonna have to. There's a lot of oil in here, so I'm gonna have to drain this out really well. It's kind of weird to drain it out to cook the mixture up, and after that, let me get this point of view of the black pepper. Like a lot of black. You guys can probably see in the camera. This is black pepper. I'm going to ground it up, test ground. I didn't really use a pepper grinder like this, but I guess this is how you do it. Keep grinding it. See right there? Grinding. Look at that. Point of view. Oh, how much black pepper are you going to use? Use a little bit, use a lot of it. See this ground pepper is going to be all peppered up. It's going to be a good lumpias. And I wish I had some onions. Well, that's a lot of black pepper. Okay. You can always add to taste. What I do is, when I make lumpia, I try not to put too much salt because you already have salt from soy sauce. But if you want to put more salt, you put more salt. Also, if you for more of the garlic flavor, use some garlic powder. You put garlic powder in there as well. A little bit more black pepper mixing. Just a little bad boy right here. And I'm going to add a touch of black pepper, garlic powder. Already have the garlic in there, but just for a little more garlic flavoring, put some more. This is a recipe I learned over 20 years ago from my mom. My mom was a great cook. Everyone says that about their mom, but I really do believe. There were some things that, because we're Visayan, but we were basically second generation. She was a first generation born in the United States, so she was a Filipino American, not Filipino. Oh, I gotta take this out. One thing about her situation is sometimes her Visayan and her Tagalog and Ilocano will get confused because it was a mixed batch. We were Visayan, but put some of this. See, look at this. So the pepper in there, garlic powder. So she would use words that were supposed to be Ilocano words, and she would think they were Filipino words. I think they were Visayan or Tagalog words, but they weren't. They were just the different words that she would use. So, like, I asked one time, do you know what cascaron is? To one Filipino, and they were Tagalog, and they didn't know. That's a Ilocano word. And he says, oh, I don't know what that is. And then you say something else, like another word for some other type of food in Filipino. Do you know what this is? And they, oh, I don't never heard of that. But it's funny though, you know. One thing about Filipinos, we're very international, you know, we're very friendly toward everybody. As far as I can tell, you know, don't ever get a Filipino woman angry though. But I shouldn't say that. Anyway, let me show you what the ground beef looks like now.